Take out your course book. Take your course book. Harshan Balaji, take your course book, ma. Good morning to all. Take your course book, page number 34. Page number 34 in your course book, a new poem, The People Upstairs. Good morning, Danya Shri. Course book, page 34. The People Upstairs. A new poem. You all have finished your cycle test, so I'll be taking a new poem for you. Okay? Right? Take out page number 34. The People Upstairs. If you all are ready. Okay, Saral, ready with your course book, page number 34. Are you all ready with your course book, page number 34? Sairam? Yes, Sairam says yes. All right, ready? Now, I don't want anyone to disturb the class by unnecessary chats. We are taking a new poem. Yes, new poem. Take your course book, page number 34. The People Upstairs. Yes, Harshan Balaji, ready? Ready for the class? Very good, very good, very good. Sairam is ready for the class? Seerthi? Sairam ready? Very good. Very good. Seerthi is ready? Okay. So we are all ready for a new poem. The People Upstairs. All right. Very good. Great for children. Good. All right. Now, with the heading itself, you will know the people upstairs. Okay. Yes, the people upstairs. We know the people, those who are living upstairs. Yes, any doubts? No doubts. Simply told, don't be raising the hand. Stop. Stop the chat. All right, and concentrate on the lesson. You can, Sairam, you can close your video, ma. Harshan Balaji, you can close your video also. Of your video, thank you. Good. Saral, thank you. Very good. Okay. Now, this is a very interesting poem. It's a poem with only 12 lines. All right. The poem with 12 lines. And here the poet is Ogden Nash. Okay. Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash. All right. 1902 to 1971. All right. He was a famous American poet who was known for his humorous style of writing. He had once said that he had started thinking in terms of rhyme since he was 6 years old. It's given in page number 35. Okay, it's given on page number 35. All right, so he is Ogden Nash. Okay, 1902 to 1971. He is a famous American poet who's known for his humorous style of writing. And he was born and brought up in New York. He moved to Maryland, where he spent last 5 years of his life. And The Adventures of Isabel is one of his most popular poems. This is given on page number 35. Okay, this is the introduction about the poet. So who is the poet for the people upstairs? Ogden Nash. He is an American poet. Okay, he was born in New York. All right. And what was his famous popular poems? Adventures of Isabel. We will see in the next slide. I'll show you the picture here. The Adventures of Isabel. All right. And so this is the poem about the people upstairs. Okay. So this poem talks about the noise that the people make when they are upstairs. The people living downstairs have a lot of trouble with the people living upstairs. Okay, they make a lot of noise, music, banging music, and thumping sound, and disturbing the people, those who are downstairs. This is all about it in this poem. Okay, so who is the poet here? Ogden Nash. So the people upstairs is a poem that describes neighbors who disturb the peace of the people who live below them. Okay, so upstairs and downstairs, the opposite, right? Upstairs are the people, those are living upstairs. Downstairs are people, those are living downstairs. Okay, so they are so engrossed in enjoying themselves. Who? The people, those who are living upstairs. This is just the gist of the poem. Okay, that they do not care about the disturbance they create in the lives of their neighbors. Okay, they party hard on weekends. Okay, so weekends are Saturdays and Sundays are weekends. So they party means they have good fun dancing and singing, right? Where turning their living room into a bowling alley. Bowling alley is a game, all right, where you play it with the ball. In my coming slides, I will show you, for every sentence, I will show you the slide so that this will be engrossed in your mind. The apartment into a dance floor. So the living room is turned into a bowling alley, and they dance there, and they play a lot of, make a lot of noise, blaring music. Sairam, what's the doubt, Sairam? Sairam, what is the doubt, Sairam? You raised your hand. What is the doubt? What is that too? I can't understand what you're saying, Sairam. Okay, so they party on weekends, turning that living room into a bowling alley, the apartment into a dance floor, playing loud, blaring music, moving around in roller skates. They are not aware of the effects on the people who live floor beneath, people downstairs. This is just a gist of the poem. So for every line, I give you an explanation. Second question, what is that 2Q, ma'am? Sairam, I said don't disturb the class. Now we are taking a new poem. All right. So now we have, I'll give you an explanation upstairs and downstairs. I told you, no? So people, those who are living downstairs, they are neighbors, right? So this is all talking about the neighbors, those who are living upstairs. And they cause a lot of disturbance for the people downstairs. Okay, you can see here in the picture how they dance. Okay, and the people, those who are living downstairs, they're not able to sleep. They close their ears with the pillow and they make a lot of noise here. Okay, and we move to the next one. Okay, so this is all about it in this poem. Okay, this poem, The People Upstairs, talks about noisy neighbors. All right, let us read a poem that tells us about the poet's noisy neighbors. Okay, so the poet here is Ogden Nash. All right, now for every line, I will give you the meaning. For every word, I will give you the meaning. And I would like to tell you today itself, since you are having your course books with you, read the poem, and the first 6 lines are for your memory. Okay, the first 6 lines are for your memory. All right, the first 6 lines are for your memory. The people upstairs all practice ballet. All right, now we'll move to the next one now. The first stanza explanation. The people upstairs all practice ballet. The people upstairs all practice ballet. All right, their living room is a bowling alley. Their living room is a bowling alley. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Their radio is louder than yours. They celebrate weekends all the week. And when they take a shower, your ceiling leaks. Okay, your ceilings leak. All right. Now, the first line, the people upstairs. There are 6 lines for your memory. The first 6 lines will be for your memory. And I want every one of you today itself to read through the poem line by line, going through all the meanings which is given in your course book. All right. So learn the memory poem. Try to write it out on your own. Okay. Try to, without your parents' help, be honest when you write it out so that it would help you for your essay 1. All right. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Ballet is an artistic dance form. It is performed to music. So here, all the girls, they dance on tiptoes. You can see they have separate shoes which they just wrap around their legs, and they dance on tiptoes. So please note, I would ask you, what is the meaning for ballet? Ballet is not given in your course book. I want you to take it down because I will be asking this for the exam. Ballet is an artistic dance form performed to music. Okay. And see, ballet. Okay. Don't say ballet. No, ballet. All right. The next, bowling alley. See, it's a game where you stand and you just throw the ball, you bowl. Okay. It's a long, narrow area here, and where you drop down these skittles. Okay. Bowling alley. It's a long, narrow area for bowling. You have a separate place for this particular game in foreign countries. Okay. That's what is known as bowling alley. Okay, it's a room where you have all these skittles and people stand over here. They bowl with the ball and throw down the skittles. Okay, right? So this is a bowling alley. So what's the first line? The people upstairs all practice ballet. What do they practice? Ballet. Ballet is an artistic dance form. So what do the people practice there upstairs? Ballet. And what's the second line? Their living room, describing how the living room is. This is how their living room is. It's like a bowling alley. So what do they play there? What do they have there in the living room? They practice this bowling alley. They practice a dance form. All right, the third line. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Conducted tours is given in your course book. All right. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Now, these 2 lines describe how the living room is. How the living room is? The living room is, their living room is a bowling alley. Living room is a place where it's like, when you say it's a hall, but you call it a living room where people you entertain guests there. And conducted tours, the guests, those who come in there, their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Okay, their bedroom is full of guests. Their living room is a bowling alley. We'll go with the first 3 lines now. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Ballet is an artistic dance form. Their living room is a bowling alley. Bowling alley is a long, narrow area for bowling. All right. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Conducted tours are guided tours. That is, guests, those who come in their bedroom. So these 2 lines describe how the living room is and how the bedroom is. The living room is a bowling alley. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Okay. Now we know these 3 lines. So what is the first line? The people upstairs all practice ballet. Their living room is a bowling alley. Their bedroom is a conducted tours. Is full of conducted tours. Okay. So The people upstairs all practice ballet. So this ballet is an artistic dance form. As I've told you, for every line, I have a slide showing you the describing what that line is about. See, it's an artistic dance form where they have separate shoes for dancing, right? It's an artistic dance form, ballet, right? And their living room is a bowling alley. As I've showed you, you stand here and you just bowl with a ball to throw down those skittles. So their living room. So these two lines describe how their living room is. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours are guests. Okay. Their radio is louder than yours. So the people, those who are living upstairs, not only their living room is full of it is become a bowling alley, not only it is uh, like it is they practice ballet there, and not only their bedroom is full of conducted tours. The fourth point is the radio is louder than yours. So the people, those who are living downstairs, have a lot of trouble with the noisy neighbors. The radio is of high volume. The people, those who are living downstairs, they reduce their volume. But here there's a comparison. You learn comparative degree, no? Their radio is louder than yours, than the people, those who are living downstairs. Okay. So we know the first line. What's the first line? The people upstairs all practice ballet. Okay, the people, those who are living upstairs, all practice ballet. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Their living room is a bowling alley. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours. Fourth point is their radio is louder than yours. Their radio is louder than yours. And the fifth line, they celebrate weekends all the week. They celebrate weekends all the week. Now, we have weekends are coming up Saturday and Sunday, isn't it? We all know that. They celebrate weekends all the week. They don't even have any break. The people, those who are living upstairs, they don't have any break at all. All during the week, weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, they celebrate it. They have a lot of fun having parties. And then we move on to when they take a shower, your ceilings leak. When they take a shower, your ceilings leak. Now, I want you to note the first 6 lines are for your memory. Okay. Ceilings are, you have the top surface of your room, that is known as ceiling. The top surface in your room, inside your room, you have a ceiling, that is known as a ceiling, the top surface. Okay. And so we'll go with this first 6 lines. We'll do that very slowly. Okay. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Ballet is an artistic dance form. Okay. We'll do that again here. Ballet is an artistic dance form performed to music. Okay. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Now, remember the first 6 lines are for your memory. Today itself, if you learn and write it once, give yourself a test, and you itself, you correct it. There should not be any mistakes. According to your course book, you should not have any mistakes. You do a sincere job by reading through the poem and giving yourself a test. Okay, the more you write, the more you'll be perfect. Okay, so for your essay 1, you will be perfect in this, right? The people upstairs all practice ballet. Ballet is an artistic dance form performed to music. This is not given in your book. I would like you to take it down. The second line, Their living room is a bowling alley. So how is their living room? A bowling alley. Their living room is a bowling alley. So I would give you fill in the blanks. Their living room is dash. Their living room is a bowling alley. Shahina, Tabassum, do you understand? Tansida, do you understand? Tansida? Are you able to understand this poem? Kanishkan, you're able to understand the poem? Okay. Bowling alley is a long, narrow area for bowling. Okay. Conducted tours. Their bedroom is full of conducted tours, means guests. Okay. Conducted tours means guided tours, that means guests. And we move to the next line. The people upstairs all practice ballet. Ballet is an artistic dance form. Okay, ballet is an artistic dance form. Monday, I will recap this poem for you and I will ask you questions. Okay, you must be ready to answer. Ballet is not in your book, you must write it down. Ballet is an artistic dance form. Okay. Their living room is a bowling alley. Why I'm repeating this? Because the first 6 lines are for your memory. Kindly take it down in your course book, Kanishkan. Kindly take it down in your course book. First 6 lines for your memory. Next class, I will be asking you. You need to learn up this first 6 lines for your memory. Okay? Kindly take it down in your course book. And next class, you will not ask me. Ma'am, which are the memory poem, ma'am? Shaina Tabassum took it down. Their radio is louder than yours. This is the 4th point now. Their radio is louder than yours. So the second line and the third line describes the living room and the bedroom. And now here, the radio is louder than yours means the radio is louder than the people, those who are living downstairs. Okay. They celebrate weekends all the week. They celebrate weekends all the week. Not only 1 week is left. Saturdays and Sundays, they enjoy themselves. Okay. When they take a shower, your ceilings leak. Okay. Here you can see when they take a shower, what happens? The ceilings leak. What did I tell you? Ceilings means what? What is the meaning for ceilings? Did you write it down in your course book? Kanishkan, what is the meaning for ceilings? I asked you to take it down in your course book, no? All right. Ceilings are the top surface of your inside room. Okay. The top surface of your inside room. So when they take a shower, the ceiling leaks, you can see here. Okay. So that is a disturbance for the people, those who are living downstairs. So that's a disturbance for the people living downstairs. Now the summary of the first stanza. The poet talks about selfish neighbors. Neighbors, those who are living upstairs, are very selfish. Why? Because they are very noisy. They always keep disturbing the people, those who are downstairs. They make so much of noise and practicing ballet, making the living room a bowling alley. The poet also says that their bedroom is full of guests and have fun playing the radio, which is louder than the people living downstairs. The people living upstairs, they celebrate weekends through the entire week. Okay. The poet also says that when people upstairs take a shower in their bathroom, the people who live downstairs, their ceiling, that is, ceiling means what? Dansida, I told you to take this down. Dansida, take this down. Ceiling, the top surface of the inside room. When I ask Kanishkan, they off the video. All right. So, yes, Suhil Sham. Yes, up, not up of the ceiling. Ceiling is the top inside of your room. You have your room. You just look up onto your room. That is known as a ceiling. The top inside of your room. Understood, Shuhil Shivam? Yeah. Yes. So I think so. I've given you a very detailed explanation of every line. Please learn the memory poem. The first 6 lines is for your memory. Today itself, if you do it, it will be registered in your mind. Suhil Shivam, spelling for ceiling is Ceiling, ceiling. Okay. And then we move to the next one. All right. So we know the first 6 lines for your memory, right? We move to the next one. The second stanza. They try to get their parties to mix. They try to get their parties to mix by supplying their guests with pogo sticks. And when their fun at last abates, they go to the bathroom on roller skates. I might love the people upstairs more if only they lived on another floor. So Ogden Nash trying to explain to us, if these people, those who are living upstairs, if they only had another floor, I would be very happy. He tries to summarize in these 2 lines and says, I would feel very happy if they have another floor. I would be very happy. So Ogden Nash is a humorist poet. And okay, we'll go to the explanation of this. Pogo sticks are sticks on which one bounces on. You can see here in foreign countries, they have this. It's a pogo stick where you bounce and go up and down. All right. Abates are becoming less noisy. Okay. So here they try to get their parties to mix. Okay. They have a lot of people coming there and mixing along them and having parties and supplying their guests with pogo sticks. So how to make their guests feel happy? By giving them pogo sticks. Okay. And when their fun last abates is what? Become noisy. When their fun is reduced. Okay. When their fun is reduced, abates is reduced, become less. Roller skates. Roller skates are each pair of boots or metal frames. It's not given here. If you would like to take it down, kindly take it down. Fitted to the shoes with 4 or more small wheels or for gliding across a hard surface. Yes. So they go to the bathroom on roller skates. As I told you, Ogden Nash is a very humoristic poem. And in the second stanza, he tries to tell us that when the noise becomes less, they go to the bathroom on roller skates. Okay. I might love the people upstairs more. I might love the people upstairs more if only they lived on another floor. Roller skates here, you can see them here. And this line states, the Ogden Nash is saying, he would love the people upstairs more. Like the people, those who are living upstairs, they are very noisy. But here the poet says, he would love the people there living upstairs. But if they could live on another floor, he would be very happy. Okay, if they lived on another floor. All right, so the poet says that the people upstairs do different things at the party, supplying the guests with pogo sticks, and they are having so much of fun. Their noise becomes less when they go to the bathroom with roller skates. I think so. My time is up, and I'll just stop my sharing here. Yes, my time is up. And so, any doubts? You can't hear my voice. Saral, everything is fine. Pogo sticks, I just now explained to you. Who's this? Narayana Prasada. Narayana Prasad, I just now explained to you what are pogo sticks. Pogo sticks are sticks which you bounce upon. Okay, up and down. Understood now? So I will recap this poem for you next class, and also I'll share my content with you. All right. This week I will, yes, ma'am. Okay. Everyone understood this poem? It's a very, very, very simple poem for you. The first 6 lines are for your memory. You're come to grade 4 now, and you give yourself a test and you itself correct it. See where you have gone wrong. Do sincere work. Okay, Shahina? Yes? Okay. Pratiksha, any doubts? No doubts. DOUBTS. Okay. So with this, we wind up the class then. Okay. Suhil Shivan understood? Suhil Shivam understood? You all are all very happy. Weekend has come today, Friday, right? Okay. So for today, you will go through this poem. And okay. You like this poem. All right. So you will go through this poem. Yes. And you will try to give yourself a test. And I've already told you the first 6 lines are for your memory. Okay. Right. Don't give trouble to your parents. You try to learn and you do your work. You correct it. You will feel very happy. When you do your essay 1, you would feel very happy without a mistake at all. That's fine. Okay. Today's Friday. Enjoy your weekend.